Well, hi, welcome back to the workshop. Today we're going to make something rather practical. We're going to redo some cabinet doors. They're from a bathroom sink, and I need to redo about 4 of them. One of them was broken, and it'll be easier just to make a bunch because I actually want to change the way it looks because it's got this arched appearance. I want more of a straight kind of shaker appearance. But I'll make those up. What I'm going to use is about 2 inches for the stiles and about 2.5 inches for the rails. So I'll show you the project, and then we'll go ahead and we'll make those up. All right, so now I'm over at the router table, and I like these little brass setup bars. That way I can set the height of the bit. I'm going to use a 1/4 inch bit to make a little dado in each. On the rails, on the stiles, I'm actually going to make it stopped so that way I have a lot of surface area to glue to, and I'll use some dominoes to join those together. But on the rails, I can just run it all the way through. And what I'll do is I'll run it through one way, flip it, and then run it through. That way I know the dado is centered right on there. There we go. All right, so now we have all the rails and stiles cut to the right length and have the dado kind of really centered right in the middle of that piece of wood. Now to decide how big the panel should be, each of these I made them 3/8 of an inch deep. So these are easy because this is like 9 inches. So it'd be 9 3/4, and I subtract a 32nd just to give a little bit of room. So 9 3/4 minus a 32nd. And then if I set these here and get a distance, I end up with about 10 5/8. And if I add 3/4 to that, that would be 11 3/8 and minus a 32nd. So I'll make the panels up and then size them to fit the dados. All right, so now I'm over at the dado blade, and I made a little test piece and used it with my dado to see if it would slide in there nicely. And again, I usually like to use the brass blocks to see, because that way I know it's 3/8 of an inch depth. So what I'll do is take each side, run it through. It's going to be the same on all 4 sides. All right, so now I dry fit all the pieces together. And what I need to do is make some mortises because I'm going to use loose tenons to slide into there. So I'll use the domino joiner. You could use dowel rods or however you want to join them. But this works very simple and quick. So we'll go over to the bench and make those. All right, now for a little glue up. What I'm going to use is just regular wood glue Type-On 2. Since it's an indoor project, I don't think I need to use the waterproof glue. But I'll just put a little dab in each of the mortises. Spread it around. Put a little loose tenon in each one. And then we'll finish gluing it up. And just slide this in dry. There we go, a couple clamps. And then just check for square. See if I got 20 1/4, 20 1/4. Good. We'll let that sit for a bit. Here's option 2. I'm going to just use the table saw to make a dado in each of the pieces. So I laid them out. I made the rails about 1/2 inch longer because I'm going to make 1/4 inch tenons on both sides. But I'll make the dados first, and then I'll make the tenons to fit. And again, I like the little brass setup bars. So I'll just drop the saw blade down to 1/4 inch. Now I can set these out and then make some tenons on the rails. And I'll just make those to 1/4 inch so it'll fit into there. And I'm going to ease up on it. Should be almost the right height, but a lot easier to take material off than it is to put it back. All right, and after you slide those together, now I just have to make the panel to fit there. Next, I'm going to make sure that all the panels, I'm making 4 of them, but I'm make sure all the panels are the exact same width and height. Since they're overlay panels, I have a little bit of forgiveness with them, but I'll make them all consistent, and then I'll take after I make the width, then I'll put them on my panel jig and square it to that edge.